Well, hello everyone. It is time for Wednesday Inspiration. I am super excited to show you some fun new things. I will be using the Fragrant Layers stamp set and die. I focus mainly on the die, but I wanted to show you that this is a bundle. It's got amazing dies that layer exactly the way it says. They are layers, and so there's lots of fun to be had with these dies that come with this stunning stamp set. And the stamp set is so cool. I'm really liking it. I'm just checking to make sure you guys can see everything. Sorry if I'm reaching into there. I think I'm going to turn on another light just so you guys have it. So anyway, this is the Fragrant Layers. This is the Fragrant Layer dies, and so let's have some fun and create. First, I wanted to talk a little bit about this die here, in the fact that you have to, when you cut it out, you want to make sure that you add a border to it. Otherwise, if you cut it right here, your die is going to look floating, whereas if you come into the middle, it is more anchored. Okay, so that's the easiest tip for that. And I think, I mean, I started playing and it's like, oh, I could go here, or I could go there, or I could do this. I just think it would be, I think this would be really cool cut out of like a shimmer or glitter paper. But I mainly wanted to leave that so you guys had that example of that. Okay, now I just have to find all my little pieces that I had. And let me grab, let's see what I have in my cardstock pile. Now, I think it needs to have more of a pattern that will work. And I don't know that this one is going to be okay. I should have had this all prepped beforehand, shouldn't I? So I've cut a piece of paper that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm gonna grab my trimmer and going to score this. Not cut, score. Park the dark there. So I'm just, you can see the score mark in there. Really fun and easy. Let's get the bone folder going. Okay, so this is Balmy Blue. This is out of the new mixed, I want to call them mix-ins because that's what we're so familiar with. They are called Mixed Up Patterns. How about that? It's what we're comfortable with. One side's they're just a nice filler to our DSP. So I'm not going to attach that yet because I want to build my layers. And so I have well, I have an extra one in white, and that I really was going to create it in white, but I thought I would like to do it in strawberry slush, because it's pink, right? But it gives us some fun things to play with. And so I'm going to set this aside, and I have cut out of strawberry slush. So this is the original color, and then here's the lighter version. So out of the lighter version, I have cut the solid flowers, and then I did the outline. Okay, so let me grab my little glue here. And this, the shimmer paper is also in, it was an online exclusive that came out in January. It has a Darling Duckling and I think it's Pool Party. It's a really pretty soft blue. And then the pink. There we go. And just kind of do little dots around. I could have done this ahead of time, but I kind of wanted you guys to see that you don't need a whole lot, but you need some to hold it in its place. So what have you guys been creating with and playing with? Hopefully something fun. You need to share your ideas with us. Okay, so now I started with one edge, and then I slowly let it down. And the nice thing about liquid glue is you do have just a moment where you can press that together. So isn't that cool? I think it's really striking. Now I always have to figure out how these are gonna go. Nope, I had it the right way. So you can see how it is with the white. Let's just bring this in like this. There's nothing wrong with that. But I liked the version where it was on the dark end. I keep doing it that way. And so we are going to, and this is when, you know, you could use adhesive sheets. We definitely have adhesive sheets. So it's going to look like that, and it's going to give you that little bit of shimmer. Okay, so again, I'm just going to add around the flowers so that they will pretty much stay in where they need to. And you can do it either or, and like I said, you have a little bit of wiggle room to lay your, oops, maybe I didn't put enough glue on. But this is what's really cool, because think of the color combinations you could play with this. I mean, there's just so many fun papers. Okay, look at that. Yay! So I'm just letting that sit for a little bit. I'm going to grab the small die cut because we need some leaves. So get in my stash of green here, and maybe I think I want this green. Oh, that's kind of dark, isn't it? Let's see, do I have any? Oh, apple green. What green is this? Whew, that's a little chartreuse for me. Let's see what we got in our piles here. I should have had this prepared better. Sorry about that. But that's part of creating, right? We have to do, there we go. Yep. Okay, so this also has leaves. We're just gonna run this. Oops. Guess what? I did it backwards. Oops. That would have been scary. Okay, let's try this again. We don't need the leaf in the middle of the page. The little mini die cut machines are awesome because they work so slick. And usually I have this all done ahead of time for you, but got away from me. And look, whoops, look how deep that impression is. That's awesome. And I think I need one more small one. So let's do a little one really quick. Get this out of the way. All right, let's get back to creating this card. Grabbing one more. Okay. So now you could put them under. And I kind of think I like that, so I'm going to go with that. And the main reason is because it is pink on top. I liked the little softer look of the granny apple on the bottom. It's okay. So this one we have to kind of tuck in a little bit. So let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, that one's good. One more. Again, I mean, I'll be anxious. You guys will have to leave me a comment and tell me which color combo you like you think would be fun to play with. Look at how cool that is. Ooh, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, while I'm letting that sit right there, I'm gonna take my adhesive and I'm going to add it to the top of my card, and this is a top fold card, so we have that going. And then I kind of played around. There's different ways you could do a more muted background, and this is just the 6x6 neutrals. So there's an option. But you know what? I got to thinking, I absolutely love this new texture paper we have. And I thought that would just kind of make it pop a little bit more. So yeah, I like that a lot. I am going to, oh, wrong thing. Adhesive. And someone can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Shouldn't put the adhesive on top of my card front, right? And I know better. All right, let's get back to the work surface here. And I am just oops, don't want to bend it. And it doesn't have to be the full length because it's only showcasing the one side. And I am going to grab a pair of scissors and trim. I have a little bit peeking out, so I want to make sure I have that all trimmed up. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now what do we want to do? Let's get some fun ribbon. Every color but what I need. Oh, you know what? Let's use some ribbon that I had. This is some ribbon. I'm going to tie a quick little bow. It's not tying up the way I want. Okay, let's see. Nope, the bow's not working either for me today. Okay, so we're gonna just play with it the way it is. How about that? Let's look at let's do that. So this piece is 3 by 4 1/4. So let's do Then we'll bring some of this textured paper back in. So that is going to go there. And this is going to go on that. Yep. So let's okay. It's going to go in the middle of our card. Just like that. Then I'm going to get some tape, or excuse me, some dimensionals. And let's put some dimensionals on here. Okay, take the back off the dimensionals. So what are you guys thinking of this stamp set and bundle? I think it's really quite cool. I think it is a great way to use up those extra pieces that we have. So look at that. Look at how cool that is. Okay, now you know it has to have some gems. It just has to. It just can't be plain. I just grabbed these. So we'll use these because they got a little glitter. What are these? These are probably, oh, faceted gems. Yeah, they're probably out. Here's my pick tool. Oops. Thanks for hanging with me and getting some fun cards done. I don't know, I think we need a couple more, maybe in the middle, just to add a little sparkle. All right. That's 5. Yep, odd numbers, you know. I like the odd numbers. All right, so there is our first card, or our card that I created, but let me show you one where I used DSP. I showed you the neutrals earlier, and then I did the white frame, added the green and red, used our new embossing folder, which I should know the name of it. It is called Lovely Stripes Embossing Folder, and it just makes these gorgeous grooves. And I couldn't resist because of the red, the ladybugs. I thought they were so cute. Anyway, there's your Wednesday's inspiration. By all means, let me know what you guys liked and want to see. We're going to play with, there's so much fun new stuff to play with. We're going to probably jump all over the board and play with products. So, as always, you can find me here at CreateWithWanda, Stampin'Up.net, or Wanda Riley, Stampin'Up.net. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, if not before. Bye, everyone.